Have you ever wondered why certain numbers seem to appear everywhere? Why ancient civilizations, spiritual traditions, and even modern science place such importance on specific numerical patterns? Numbers are more than just mathematical symbols. They are the hidden language of the cosmos, the code embedded in reality itself. In this video, we'll explore the profound significance of three of the most powerful numbers in existence: 3, 7, and 12. These numbers form the blueprint of nature, the structure of religious and mystical traditions, and even the hidden architecture of the universe. From the Holy Trinities found across cultures to the 7 chakras and the 12 signs of the zodiac, we will unravel the numerical matrix that shapes our perception of reality, the power of 3, the number of creation and balance. Throughout history, the number 3 has been revered as the symbol of creation, harmony, and divine balance. It is found in nearly every major religious and philosophical system: Christianity, the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit; Hinduism, the Trimurti, Brahma, the Creator, Vishnu, the Preserver, and Shiva, the Destroyer. Egyptian mythology: Osiris, Isis, and Horus, the sacred triad of life, death, and rebirth. But why is 3 so significant? The answer lies in the structure of reality itself. In physics, everything is governed by 3 dimensions: length, width, and height. In time, we perceive reality through past, present, and future. In storytelling, the rule of 3 is one of the most powerful techniques for engagement: setup, conflict, and resolution. Even in nature, we see triads everywhere: the 3 states of matter, solid, liquid, gas; the 3 primary colors that form all visible hues, red, blue, and yellow; the 3 essential components of life, mind, body, and soul. This pattern is no coincidence. The number 3 represents a complete cycle, the fundamental building block of creation. It is the bridge between 2 opposing forces, creating a synthesis, like the interaction of male and female energies giving rise to new life. The number 3 also appears in sacred architecture. The Great Pyramids of Egypt, for example, are 3-sided structures excluding the base, pointing to the divine principles encoded within them. The significance of the triangle, the most stable geometric shape, is another example of how 3 represents balance and unity in the universe. Philosophers and mathematicians, including Pythagoras, believed that numbers held mystical properties, and the number 3 was seen as the first true number. Why? Because it moves beyond duality, beyond the simple interplay of opposites, into a higher state of balance and synthesis. Think about your own life. Every story you've ever connected with follows the 3-act structure. Every major aspect of your being, physical, mental, and spiritual, exists in harmony through the power of 3. This number is not just significant in history, it is a living force within us all. The power of 7, the number of spiritual perfection. If 3 represents creation, then 7 is the number of divine completion. Across cultures and civilizations, 7 holds an almost mystical status. It appears in the 7 days of creation in the Bible, the 7 heavens of Islamic tradition, the 7 chakras in the human body guiding spiritual energy, the 7 wonders of the ancient world. But why is 7 so powerful? Mathematically, 7 is unique. It is the only number between 1 and 10 that cannot be multiplied or divided within that set to produce another whole number. It stands apart, symbolizing something beyond the material world, something spiritual, sacred, and whole. In Hinduism, there are 7 higher worlds and 7 lower worlds, symbolizing the journey of the soul. In Buddhism, Buddha is said to have taken 7 steps at birth, marking the beginning of his enlightenment. Science, too, follows the pattern of 7. There are 7 colors in the visible spectrum of light forming the rainbow. 7 musical notes in the standard diatonic scale. The moon follows a 28-day cycle divided into 4 phases of 7 days each. Even our bodies reflect this number. The human skin regenerates approximately every 7 years. Our sense of taste is based on 7 primary receptors. The connection between the human experience and the number 7 is undeniable. Esoteric traditions teach that 7 is the number of the path to wisdom, the bridge between the earthly and the divine. In tarot, the Chariot card is the 7th card in the major arcana, symbolizing victory through spiritual discipline. In alchemy, there are 7 stages of transformation, each one bringing us closer to enlightenment. So why does 7 dominate religious and mystical traditions? Because it represents the process of completion, learning, and evolution. It is the number that guides us toward the unseen forces governing reality. The ancient city of Rome, a civilization deeply rooted in sacred numerology, was built upon 7 hills. The Great Sphinx of Egypt, some researchers believe, was designed using proportions related to the number 7, encoding hidden knowledge into its structure. Even in modern psychology, 7 plays a crucial role. The famous Miller's Law states that the average human mind can only hold about 7 pieces of information in short-term memory. Coincidence? Or is 7 ingrained into the very structure of our consciousness? The connection between 3 and 7. Interestingly, 3 and 7 often appear together in mythology and religion, forming a bridge between creation and divine order. There were 3 wise men who followed the 7-pointed star of Bethlehem. The 3 main gods of Hinduism are connected to the 7 chakras. In Christianity, Jesus performed 3 significant resurrections and spoke 7 last words on the cross. These 2 numbers work in harmony. If 3 is the building block of creation, then 7 is the guide to perfection. Together, they form a numerical blueprint for understanding the balance between the material and the spiritual. And this is just the beginning. If 3 and 7 govern creation and completion, then what about 12? Why does 12 rule over time, cosmic order, and the fundamental structure of reality itself? If 3 is the number of creation and 7 is the number of spiritual perfection, then 12 is the number of cosmic organization. It represents cycles, structure, and divine order. Consider how often 12 appears in human civilization. 12 months in a year, following the solar cycle. 12 zodiac signs, mapping out personality traits and cosmic influences. 12 disciples in Christianity, chosen by Jesus to spread divine wisdom. 12 gods in major mythologies, including Olympus in Greece and the Norse pantheon. Why does 12 dominate the way we measure time, structure governance, and define celestial movements? 12 is a number of balance and stability. It combines the physical completeness of 4, the 4 elements, 4 directions, with the spiritual power of 3, forming a structure that is both grounded and divine. In ancient times, time itself was measured using the duodecimal system, dividing the day into 2 cycles of 12 hours and the sky into 12 constellations. Even today, our clocks and calendars are built around this system, reinforcing 12's universal influence. Even in our biology, we see the influence of 12. Humans have 12 cranial nerves controlling key functions. The body produces hormones on roughly a 12-hour cycle. There are 12 pairs of ribs in the human skeleton, providing structural integrity, this number represents the totality of existence, a framework within which all things unfold. It is the grand design, the cosmic architecture, the pattern through which time and space interact. 12 in sacred geometry and the universe. Sacred geometry, the mathematical principles that define nature and the cosmos, is deeply intertwined with the number 12. The dodecahedron, one of the 5 Platonic solids, has 12 faces, and many ancient philosophers considered it a representation of the universe itself. The zodiac, another example, is divided into 12 sections, each governing different aspects of personality and destiny. The connection between time, space, and personality reveals a deeper layer of 12's power. Beyond Earth, the influence of 12 extends into astronomy and cosmology. Many ancient cultures believed the cosmos was governed by 12 celestial bodies or divine forces. The Sumerians, Egyptians, and Chinese all aligned their sacred knowledge with a 12-fold cosmic order. In Hinduism, there are 12 Jyotirlingas, sacred shrines dedicated to Lord Shiva, believed to be places of intense spiritual energy. In Buddhism, 12 nidanas describe the chain of causation that leads to the cycle of rebirth. Why does this number keep appearing? Because it structures reality itself. It is the code of completion, organization, and harmony. The universal pattern of 3, 7, and 12. We've explored 3 as the number of creation, 7 as the number of spiritual perfection, and 12 as the number of cosmic order. But have you noticed how these numbers work together? Throughout history, these 3 numbers appear in perfect harmony. The 3 wise men followed the 7-pointed star to find the newborn Christ, who would later have 12 disciples. The 3 major gods of Hinduism oversee the 7 chakras, while 12 celestial deities control the cosmic cycles. The 3 primary colors mix to form the 7 colors of the spectrum, which in turn correspond to the 12 zodiac signs. These are not coincidences. These numbers form a mathematical blueprint for understanding reality, a sequence that encodes the fundamental structure of existence. The final connection, decoding reality. If numbers form the source code of the universe, then understanding them gives us insight into how reality itself operates. The connections between 3, 7, and 12 are not random. They are mathematical and spiritual signposts guiding our understanding of the cosmos. Throughout history, these numbers have worked together. 3 stages of life, birth, life, death, align with 12 months of the year, governed by 7 planetary influences. 3 primary colors mix to create the full spectrum of 7, which corresponds with 12 astrological signs. 3 forces of creation, mind, body, soul, interact with the 7 chakras, structured within the cosmic order of 12. By recognizing these patterns, we begin to see reality as a grand design rather than a series of coincidences. Every number is a key, unlocking another layer of understanding. How to use this knowledge? Understanding these numbers isn't just about recognizing patterns, it's about using them to navigate life more effectively. 1. Align with 3. Seek balance in everything: mind, body, and spirit. Recognize the creative power of triads in personal development, relationships, and innovation. 2. Master the wisdom of 7. Explore spiritual disciplines, harness intuition, and embrace cycles of growth and completion. 3. Follow the cosmic structure of 12. Organize your life in alignment with natural cycles, whether it's planning goals around the 12-month calendar or recognizing personal growth through 12-step systems. Once you start seeing numbers as blueprints rather than just arbitrary symbols, you unlock a deeper understanding of existence itself. Conclusion: The universe is speaking. Are you listening? The universe is coded with meaning. 3, 7, and 12 are more than numbers. They are the framework upon which reality itself is built. They appear in sacred texts, in nature, in our bodies, and in the stars above. They are clues, guiding us toward a deeper truth. Numbers are not just tools for measuring time or counting objects. They are vibrational frequencies, energetic keys that unlock the mysteries of existence. By understanding their power, you become an active participant in shaping your reality. So, the next time you see 3, 7, or 12, remember these numbers are speaking to you. The question is, are you ready to listen?